Hello.
Sorry. Yeah, delay. We could have started it 40 minutes ago or 1 hour ago, but I was doing something and lately I realized that I don't have charge, so I had to charge it up, and then I started. I'm sorry for that.
Oh, I won't be talking much today.
Yeah. Oh
I
no,
feel.
we're gonna play the imposter game, so we're gonna be perfectly fine. Like, if someone gave me some, characters to work with, so I'll be telling
Look,
those. And
I won't be playing much because I really don't feel very well. I had 3 hours sleep and I don't really feel very well.
oh,
I,
that's
I
good.
can still play the game, but I won't be like. I'll be guessing. I just can't. I won't be. I won't be. Um, like saying anything hardly. I still
Oh
talk.
yeah. Yeah. So mostly like there are 5 or 6 characters that this person on YouTube gave me. So yeah, I mean, we can guess together. Yeah.
Let's see if I can give you one. Um, I mean, give you one like an answer, like a thingy, not like actually give you one. God.
Yeah, yeah, there are plenty in the list, and Astra will also be joining us. There you go. Hey, what's up?
Hey everyone,
I'm
Um,
good. How are you?
Not good. We need to go to the toilet. I don't feel very well.
oh you don't? Well, today was pretty good. I did get up a little later than I expected, but that was probably my fault because I was staying up late because I was distracted by choices related stuff. It was like yeah, I was thinking about surrender and then I like made an edit for it and stuff like that, but usually I don't sleep as late as 4 a.m., so that was weird.
Happens. The same thing happened with me. Like, we could have started it 1 hour ago or at least 40 minutes ago when you said like you're up, but then I realized that I didn't have much charge on my device, so I was saving the charge. Then like you, something happened the other night. Same, like I was like on just searching through Instagram and then went to YouTube and then suddenly realized, oh no, I'm low on battery. So then I had to wait 40 more minutes.
Oh, I understand you. I remember one time we were supposed to record the next day, and I woke up early, and I had like very little battery, so I ended up having to like I ended up having my phone plugged in during the recording, so everything ended up being fine. But I totally know what you mean by that. I've had that issue.
Yeah. That's true. But anyway, like
Yep.
I like
I
I
did as
said,
well.
I got the books. Yeah, what were you saying, Mac?
Basically, it happened to me once. I were planning to go out somewhere at 9 o'clock in the morning. I had to get the train somewhere in the UK, quite far away. I had 39% to last me until 8 o'clock at night, and I thought, oh,
Ooh.
and I had my football tickets. I had everything on there, so it were either I've got to save my battery or I'm just going to be sat in silence for nearly 3 or 4 hours. You know,
Yeah.
and I left my charger as well, so it was like I couldn't charge my phone. Yep.
Whenever that happens, I usually put my phone on airplane mode. Then I
I've
know
dropped my
there's very
phone.
little time.
Yeah. Or like I reduce the brightness. I turn on power saver, do not disturb mode, whatever I
Yep.
can. I
That's what I
just
did.
yeah.
I put it
But
on
Yeah,
extreme. But on my Sony phone I had, it was power saving mode and then extreme power saving mode. I had to put it on that, and it literally lasted me until 9 o'clock at night. I, you wouldn't believe me, but it was true. It actually lasted me nearly all day. I thought, thank God for that.
But I wonder what was like with your phone, all of your phone. What is that percentage after that? It starts dropping because I had a Micromax phone before. When it just came down below 30%, it used to drop like like steep drop, like 30%. I see this moment, and next moment I say it's like 0%, and I'm out of battery. The new phone I have, here it is like if I see 10%, then it drops like faster than if I push you off of cliff, you won't drop faster than my phone battery. So I wonder what's your like a critical percentage of battery for your devices.
that's a good question actually. to me, it varied a lot. I used to have iPhones, and now I have a Samsung phone.
Oh yes.
And I don't know why, but I guess because I use certain apps, my battery doesn't last very long. So
Yeah.
I think with both phone models, I ended up, the battery is kind of the same for some reason. I don't notice a difference, but for me, usually I consider it to be like critical when it's like under 50%, just because I'm usually waiting for messages and emails and stuff like that every day.
Oh, that's 50%. I usually run on 50%, but
That's not very bad, actually. I mean, that happens to me some days, yeah.
I totally know. What about you, Mac? What's your device's critical percentage?
Oh, last the last phone I had just before this was my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and that one was fine. But my other iPhone before that, no, the one, yeah, I think it went on the 10-15% once. I was on a phone call, thinking, oh, I've got enough time for a 20-minute phone call. Dead. But I was speaking to myself as well, thinking, oh, yeah, and then I realised, oh, I was talking to myself because it was dead. I thought, oh, well, I look like a nutcase now, don't I? But this, I've literally only just got my new phone, my Samsung, so it's like, I don't know about this one. But it's not the best, but for my personal experience, iPhone's been a lot worse for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, for some reason, I remember there were moments with my last iPhone that the percentage would go down like 5% in like only a few minutes. um,
Mm.
the Samsung doesn't do that, but it's still there's no perfect battery life, honestly, because a lot of people are on their phones a lot. So
I've seen advertisements on TV like saying this charge for 5 minutes, charge it up for 5 minutes, and it will last more than 2 hours, more than 24 hours. Like I don't know the model name, but I was like, okay, that seems really good. I mean, if I just charge it up for 5 minutes and then I can use it for, like that's interesting. But I think like I use apps like Dream Zone choices. They drain battery faster than anything. Like Bloodsucker, I mean Charge Sucker.
oh my god, that is true though. The gaming apps are usually the ones that use a lot of power on the phones. That's exactly what happens with me too. Like sometimes when I'm done with playing a choices chapter, because I also change the resolution of my phone to be the highest possible when playing games, I end up losing like 30% battery when the chapter's done. But that's like if the chapter's almost an hour long.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Probably not as worse as mine one day. I was I was on the way somewhere, right? And I thought, right, it's all right. I've got enough battery to last me. It went down 50% in 40 minutes. I thought, are you kidding? Honestly, the difference between just watch, I found it might sound stupid. Sometimes watching YouTube actually uses less than just playing a game. I thought, well, actually, to be honest, that does make sense, a bit of sense, but yeah.
Yeah. Actually, also this morning I binge read the lookalikes on Dream Zone, so
Yeah.
probably that has to do something with the battery. Like I
Well,
started on a like 4 base. Yeah.
talking about Dreams of Willow, you're not talking about that new book at all. I don't give a crap. Good God, no way. Jesus Christ.
Okay. The funny thing was I actually I downloaded Dream Zone a few months ago just to check it out because I noticed it was from the same company that has that created Lovesick. And the problem with Lovesick is that they don't really have a lot of female love interest, and I think they only just started adding more because I went on their Instagram and saw that. But I know when I was on Dream Zone, I really did like the story Prometheus. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice app, and I did really enjoy the background music too. It's just like a different style than what I was used to, but I think it's a really good app though.
Yeah.
Do not,
Yeah.
I warn you, this is from me. Do not play Honeywood or Adult Education. Please.
For me, I really like
No.
specifically Nicole.
Oh,
Wait, it's called Adultification. That's an interesting story
yeah.
title.
And honestly, it's worse than it sounds.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would be like a surrender type story. I mean, I don't hate surrender. I like it, but it sounds
Yeah.
like it would be in the same category.
Like kind of, it's like the summary is you try to get a girl, but she dumps you, and you are really bad with
Um,
girls, and then your
um,
step
yeah.
helps you amp up your like sexual appeal.
That's an interesting storyline. I don't think it's bad. I've seen stuff like that on other apps. Like probably I've seen a similar story to that, like on chapters before, many years or not years ago, but like last year actually.
Yeah.
Um, and then it kind of reminds me of from Across the Void where you have that the virtual system that gives you tips or V like
Mm.
flirts with the characters with you, and it to me it kind of reminds me of that when you were telling me the story plot line for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean,
Do you want? Do you? Sorry, I'll ask you this bluntly, and I want your answer. Do you want me to tell you what was it again? Honeywood's about. Do you want me to tell you bluntly, or do you want me to sugarcoat it a little bit?
coffee coated.
I
One,
prefer. What do you prefer then? Because I'm okay with blunt answers.
I, 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 I'm just going to say it. Honeywood is where you're in a porno world. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
I swear on my life, I'm not lying, am I? I'm not lying.
That's interesting. Did you know that there's a story like that on Taboo Love Story, Love Episodes? I think that's what it's called. But I know the app is referred to as Taboo, and it's a pretty new one. Also,
Taboo. Yeah.
they're more explicit than Choices is normally because most of their apps, most of the stories are on the explicit side, and they do actually have one that's similar to that too. Like it's supposed to be a movie type of story, but it's mostly very pornographic too. So yeah,
Mm.
I've seen a story like that recently.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Taboo. Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah. But yeah, adult education. I mean, it's suffered good. I mean, in a way. I mean, I've read other, this kind of books, but out of
Yeah.
them, I feel like it's way better, and I'm liking the plot. I mean, I can't say much about it, but yeah, I kind of like how they're going about it.
Well, I I don't know what to say about it, to be honest with you.
Uh,
It's
but yeah, but I think there's more to it than just that because we are held on like point range with a gun. So maybe some
exactly.
will come up with this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that. That's because I'm a very curious person. I'm probably gonna go on the app and then just check that story
Yeah,
later today.
and you
No,
should
but
also check
honestly, though,
the lookalike. The lookalike is a really good story.
yeah, I think I do warn you though, it is quite vulgar. Like I mean that seriously. With Honeywood, you literally get straight into the story, don't you? In Airban, literally, you get into the story, like
Yeah,
genuinely. It's
yeah, there is that.
That's
no hold
like
barred.
taboo level. Like they're also pretty fast with their stories too. So I'm actually used to that just because I played that earlier before Choices. I started playing that in January or February, and then Choices was when I started playing a lot more starting in February last year. So I'm used to those explicit stories that are pretty fast just from that. So
Mm.
Hmm, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so should we get started with the choices imposter game? Because I have like 4 or 5 suggestions from someone on YouTube. One of the viewer on my channel, like he said, he gave these kind of characters, and if you are ready, like we can
Yeah.
do it, and you guys can guess. I can say it
Yep.
one by one.
Yep.
I would love that. That's cool with me.
Yep.
Okay. Just let me know if you can still hear me.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Let me
Yeah,
just
I
pull up.
can hear you just fine.
Okay. So what books did you say you didn't play? I mean, oh yeah, I know. Freshman, High School Story, Big Sky Country, and yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those were the books that I didn't finish. I believe I actually did start all of them, but I haven't. If they have a second book, I haven't reached it yet.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I don't think these characters covered those. Okay, first one. Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Which character am I? I am a person that was once close to my friend, but lost track of time, but then eventually came back out the blue. Oh, clue. This is a love interest.
Hmm. I think I know who it could be.
I have no
Is
idea.
it Tatum from Foreign Affairs?
Um, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
It's not working.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I don't know what happened, but can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I
I
can
still
hear
get
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
I, yeah. Go on.
yeah, I've got my other phone. I have forgot to my old phone, and I got to uninstall. I get like 4,000 notifications, and it's like, what the hell is happening here? It's
Yep.
Oh,
Something.
you have an other phone with you, and it had like 4,000 notifications. Wow.
yeah. I need. You know what? I'll get it now. It's actually annoying me now. I can't find it. I put it somewhere and I can't find it, and it's annoying. No, oh,
I've
it's right in
I've
front of me.
always wanted to have two phones, but I don't know why. I guess maybe because I wanted to use one of them for like work related purposes, and then the other one for gaming. But I've just always had one. But I do have a not iPad, a tablet.
Three,
So that's kind of similar in a way.
about 100 emails. My phone bill. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Right, I need to. And a free Google Pay
100.
voucher. Nice. Anyway,
Wow.
yep.
Yeah. So I'm sorry that
I
happened. Yeah. Go on.
Oh, no worries. I really did like that first imposter suggestion. Maybe you can go over it again and then we could guess because I think what happened was none of us could hear um, after the
Yeah.
description of the character was said.
Oh yeah, I mean you
So
guessed it right, and I was like, it did really good because when I was first given this, I was thinking along the lines of who could be this, something like that, like how this could be connected to, like I was thinking along the lines of supernatural mystery, but you guessed it right. Like that was like I was just giving you props to that, and then suddenly it cut off. So yeah, I'll go over that again. Just give me some time, okay?
oh, okay. Wow, I did not know I would get that right. For me, the reason why I guessed it was because in the first few chapters of Foreign Affairs, the main character was had like an inner dialogue about how Tatum used to be there. They suddenly come up again at that school band class when they
Yeah,
start. So that was basically what I thought of immediately after you said that character description.
that was
And then
good.
the other one I thought it could be was Noah because I thought that Noah from My First Two Loves used to be friends with Mason more. So I was wondering if it was Noah or Tatum. So, but that's cool.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good one. Yeah, so I'm going over it again. I have finally pulled it out. Um, which character am I? I'm a person that was once close to my friend, but lost track of time, then eventually came back out the blue. Clue: love interest. That was the question.
That was a very good one. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any like choices imposter um, characters from Foreign Affairs, so I enjoyed that one. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, so Eric Marine, this fella on YouTube, so he shared those, and he has pretty good you know characters. It was just the tip of the iceberg, and like I said, I was not able to guess the first one. I needed some clue, but you did really awesome. That's amazing. All right, okay, on to the next one. Okay,
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see. Yeah. Which character am I? I have hunted unusual magical creatures, is a softie, but starts as a sour character, and have lost loved ones.
Can I have a
I
guess?
know. I think
Yeah,
I know
what?
who it is.
Is it
Mm,
Nick from Nightbound?
I mean, that's 200 out of 100. Absolutely right. It's Nick
Yep.
Ryder, I guess. Yeah, it's
Oh, that's good. I guessed the same thing too. That
yeah.
was a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Good old Nightbound book. Yeah, that brought back memories. Yeah. Oh,
Deserved a
okay,
book
next one.
too.
Yeah, that was really sad. I wished it had a trilogy just like Bloodbound and a side book for a holiday special. Would have been super awesome.
I I totally agree because Nightbound was one of my favorite top 10 books. It was very well done and the story was fun, but it didn't really get a chance, or unfortunately, just single book.
Hmm, exactly. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, there you go. Which character am I? I have been sucked and stuck back in the past for a majority of the story, and this person has a scar on his eye as we get to know him.
Oh, that is a really interesting one.
Sorry, did you say he had a scar on his eye?
Yeah, exactly. I
What?
read it again. Oh, wait, wait, wait.
Oh, is that? Oh, you can read it again, but I have a guess after.
I can't think.
Okay. Yeah, go on. Guess it. I'll read it after that.
I can't.
So this is
No.
a character from Distant Shores, right?
Yep.
I can
Who is
tell
it?
it's from Distant Shores. It's
Oh,
the
oh,
father for Ginny, or I think that's how you say her name.
Oh, like the father figure you were saying?
Yeah, because I think he has a scar, right? So I
Yeah.
assume that it was that character, but I don't know if I'm right. I believe yeah, the character is named Jonas.
Jonas. Yeah, I think you're onto something. You're onto something. Yeah. Let me read the description again. It says, "Which character am I? I've been sucked and stuck back in the past for a majority of the story, and this person has a scar on his eye as we get to know him." Okay, so I think so definitely the story is Distant Shores, and I think I don't remember the name, but you said Jonas, and I think you're right. It's Jonas. I forgot the name, but yeah, it was the father figure to that little girl, right?
Yeah, his name is Jonas. I just remembered it right now too, because I remember her name, the young girl's name, but I his name took some time for me to come up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it sounds like a description of him because the main character was sucked into the past in that story, and he was the one character with a very visible scar that was on the captain's team. So that was immediately what I thought of.
Yeah, I couldn't guess the name because I totally forgot the name of Jonas. But yeah, I mean, the scar on the eye that reminded me, and it stuck back in the past. So I got the book right, but the name I just totally forgot. But I knew it was the father figure, like you said, to that girl. Even I forgot the girl.
That's good. I mean, that means that you pretty much knew who the character was too. So that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Okay. All right. You had a guess, Mac. Who did you guess?
I don't. I couldn't think of it. For some reason, I was thinking it would. I can't remember the name now. Just go on to the next one. I don't want to stress myself over nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. The next one, I think it's you guys would like it. Okay. Yeah. Which character am I? The ruler of this tribe on a deserted island, but first comes off as an enemy.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh,
Um,
I,
okay, so in Endless Summer,
uh,
there was this tribe of blue,
yeah.
or they. I think they were
Oh,
supposed to be humans, or they were humans, and there was some mutation from a tree sap that they drank, and the blue character, I think one of them is named Varen or Varen.
Yeah, Baron. Yeah,
yeah.
Vantes.
Yep.
Oh wow, you're on a
Vantes.
roll.
I play choices a lot, so like too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I mean, I got this one right, but you were getting right from the first one. And wow, that's you're on a roll. Okay. Is there more? Yeah, there is. So it's Baron. You were right. Okay, next one. Who am I? This person was once believed to be a human being, but became a love interest and learned he has a robotic personality.
Is it Hayden? Not
Yeah, I think you're
Oh,
onto something.
is it
It's
Hayden.
Hayden.
Yeah.
is it
Uh,
actually good?
who?
No, no, no,
Is
no, no. No.
Who?
Oh,
I'm,
God's
oh, do
sake.
you think you know who it is now?
I've,
That's a good one. For some reason, I can't think of it immediately.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm on the. I know I'm on the right tracks.
No,
It's.
it's right. It's Hayden. Because
Oh, I thought it wasn't.
no, no, yeah. Let me read the description again. Who am I? This person was once believed to be a human being, but became a love
Oh, yeah,
interest and learned he has a robotic personality. Yeah, it's Hayden. It's Hayden.
yeah.
Oh,
Thought
that's
so.
good.
It's Hayden.
It's funny because that's actually one of the books I don't like, and I knew that an answer straight away, and it's weird.
Yeah, that's why you know it straight away. Like keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I mean, not enemy, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you like that book personally?
Like me?
Yeah. Do you like it
Oh,
too? Because I know Max said he doesn't really
oh,
like that
oh, yeah.
series.
No.
Perfect match. I mean, I read it at a time when things were really crazy outside, and I was like within 5 or 6 months of joining Choices, I read it. And Perfect Match book one, book two, I would say for me it was like really something that should have gotten some more books for me because the action at the end, and also like you play hard, you work hard, you play hard. So I don't think like a lot of people at the end, people who want steamy scenes, it had a lot of steamy scenes at the end, and also like super awesome adventure plot and like this AI situation, just like that Dreams on book, um, Half Human. So yeah, I mean, robotic books is cyborgs are my favorite. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I loved Perfect Match one and Perfect Match book two. Enjoyed it.
I thought it was a pretty good series too. I love the sci-fi genre the most.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do hope that maybe Pixelberry will explore that more. But I agree with you that that book two had a lot more action, and
Yeah.
I would have been cool with the third book.
Yeah. I mean, it all started from the end of book one, like the action, running through the snow and fighting. It was like super packed, and I like that part.
That's what I remember about it too. It seemed like at one point it was just action after action. I know what you mean. Basically
Yeah.
because of the arrows and
And you also get to have, like some scenes with a lot of characters. Like there is Damien, there is Hayden, there is Sloan, there is also Alana or that undercover agent who is a friend or enemy. I don't know what kind of relationship
Yeah.
Damien and she share, but yeah, and also Cecile, who is Alexi from Queen Bee. We can also have a scene with her if we have enough points with her. So that was an interesting ending.
Yeah.
oh, I remember that. Wait, her name is
I
Cecilia or
Cecile or
Celia?
something. Yeah,
Oh,
something like that.
Cecile. Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that too. I thought that she was a pretty cool character, but then when I saw her sprite in Queen Bee, um, I started to get annoyed by her a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also a character who was used in Royal Romance and also in Queen Bee. Khan, remember? We had also seen with him. The guy. You know,
Yeah, he was. the unofficial love interest, or there was flirting opportunities with him, just like there was with Alana.
Yeah.
I remember his character. Yeah, but, I mean, I thought he was a pretty cool character, but I didn't really finish the Royal Romance. But I have seen some screenshots with him in it, so I know what you mean. It's one
Queen
of the
Bee.
characters.
Yeah. He's also in Queen Bee. What a coincidence.
Mm.
Yeah, you're talking about this second book, right?
Yeah, second book. Yeah, second book. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing him very recently in those last few chapters.
Mm. But there are a lot of people in Queen Bee, like Sapphire and one of the our gang members, Hacker from Heist Monaco. A lot of people are there as side characters in Queen Bee book too.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised to see the character from the High Quantico too. I was surprised because he's like a teenager character, so he looks a little bit younger than everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, yeah, a lot of characters are there. Okay. Okay. The next one. I guess you're gonna have a good time guessing it. Let's see. Who am I? The character's mom has a huge thing against
Steven.
people who are the good guys helping others out, but yet doesn't know her son has also developed these powers and has a gold like color around him. Oh, tell me if I need to repeat it. I will.
Um, yeah, I think you might have to be honest with me.
Okay. All right. Who am I? This character's mom has a huge thing against people who are the good guys helping others out, but yet doesn't know her son has also developed these powers and has a gold like color around him.
This is a very good one. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
What?
And again, I didn't come up with these, okay? This guy, Eric Marine on YouTube, so he came up with those, and I had a pretty good time answering those, and yeah.
This one is difficult. The only thing I could think of was I don't think it is Vera, but it reminded me of Vera from Nightbound just because her
Mm.
mom is not really part of the good guys team.
Yeah.
So I
But
thought of that, but I don't think that's the right answer, right?
no, because Vera doesn't have a gold or whatever like a thing around her body, right? So think
Yeah.
along those lines.
Hmm.
Think something old around 2017, around those times.
Okay.
Stress on some words also that were there. Focus on the words. Okay, I'm reading it again, and I'm stressing the words that I think will help you, reveal it. Who am I? This character's mom has a huge thing against people who are the good guys helping others out, but yet doesn't know her son has also developed these powers and has a gold like color round
I,
him.
Hmm.
I,
Yeah, I guess this one has basically stumped both of us. But it's a good one though, because I'm thinking about either it could be a character from The Crown and the Flame or maybe Across the Void or something like that. But I don't think it
What was the
is.
first book you said?
The Crown and the Flame.
Hmm. Again, like I will the word of of importance here, like word to watch out for is powers. Think along the line of powers.
Powers. Okay. Oh, is this
Onto something like
okay, is this the character from Hero? I think his name is Kenji.
Kenji. Yeah, yeah. Jackpot. Ding, ding, ding. You got it.
Wow.
Kenji. Yep.
Thank you for that second hint because that definitely that helped me finally narrow.
Yeah. So you overall, you two did a pretty good job. I mean, both of you together like solved almost all of these. I mean, I the last one I didn't take that much time because maybe I played Hero like it has barely been 1 year, or like it's pretty close to my heart for that reason. Like I knew it was Kenji instantly. But the first one had me stumped, and there was another one that had me stumped. I can't remember which one. Yeah, Scar in the Eye, because I can't remember Jonas's name. But yeah, these were really fun.
Yeah, those are very, very good. I appreciate those. The last one was very difficult for me, but it was good to. No, I mean, not many people talk about Hero anymore, but it is. I thought it was a very good book.
Yeah, yeah, and Kenji is a really interesting character. I mean, Grayson, Kenji, and Min. I forgot the female love
Her
interest.
name
Re-
is, I think it's Eva, or I
Eva,
might be
yeah,
saying it wrong.
Eva. Her superhero name was Minuet or something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I remember that now, actually.
Yeah, I
I thought
forgot
that
her
was a
real
very
name.
fun book. It was obviously an action-packed book for, I mean, like what it is, but I do wish that there was a second book for that one.
Yeah, yeah, it was sad, and it was connected with Endless Summers. If book two had come out, we would have learned a lot about like how Endless Summer and Hero are connected. Because Silas, this bad guy from Hero, knew personally the very bad guy from Endless Summer, Everett Rourke.
Yeah, I know. I've read about that. That's why I really would have appreciated that second book. And did you know that there's also a very loose connection to Across the Void as well? There
No,
was
I did
this
not know that.
there's this
How?
like planet that they show in Hero that has crystals. It looks like pink crystals or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's a place where the main character goes to for certain endings in Endless Summer. But that's also a planet that's shown in Across the Void. So I also learned recently that those three books kind of have a connection, just like from that alone.
That is just super awesome. I mean, I really wish it had a book too. And you know what's fun? What's funny that Choices did say just like Blades of Light and Shadow that we'll be releasing artwork is taking time. Then they said the writer has left Choices, even though the writer was there. But I don't know. Even Andrew, he joined the writing team, and Choices said in one of the updates that the hero story is complete. So hero book two writing the story, it was complete and it was playable, they said, but they needed to work on the artwork and stuff, but the writing was complete, the draft was there, and then they said only cancel it. So that was a bit fishy to me. Like, what would the writing is complete, then they could have taken a bit more time and release it. But yeah, it's really sad because Hero is the only book in Choices that will be always left on a cliffhanger. I mean, it is totally incomplete.
Yep.
That one and Ride or Die, both of them left off on a pretty
Yeah.
sad cliffhanger. I would have loved to see a continuation of them. But what you just said, I also think that sounds a little suspicious. Again, I don't want to say anything against Pixelberry because I do love this company, but
Yeah.
because they spent time and resources, if that book was actually done, I think that a lot of the fans wouldn't have cared if they released it without the original type of art. I would have been
Yeah.
happy to still see it regardless.
Same. Yeah. And specifically it hurts like when people put their effort to write the book, like they said Andrew joined in and some other people joined in. So when they actually put their work time and write something, I mean, yeah, artwork takes time, but writing something, like following on someone else's shoe, like for instance, like someone else is doing the work, that's good. But if someone else joins in and they do the work and they complete it, and then it doesn't get published or something doesn't happen, so it's kind of sad, I would say. But yeah, I mean, also like you said, the readers, they also were waiting for. I mean, the whole incident is really sad around Hero because it's a really good book with potential, but you know it, there were endless possibilities. But it didn't happen. I can't do much about it, but it's a really a low point there. A sad story.
It really is, especially because I also heard about that really important detail that they did finish the actual dialogues or the writing. So I do think it would have been worth it, but maybe there were some other reasons why they it didn't get released. Like maybe it could have been costs.
Yeah, yeah, but I still think they shouldn't have canceled it. And like there are people who are saying, if it takes 10 years, 6 years, they don't care. But if one day, even they have left choices long, but then suddenly they hear like, oh, Hero's out, and then they go back. So I think it would be also good, a nostalgia and going back to read Hero. I mean, if that happens someday, even they bring back Hero, miraculously, that would be super awesome. I mean, it doesn't matter how much time it takes, or if we need to wait a lot, but that if they ever do that, bringing back Hero, I think that would be the best gift they can give to some people. That'd be super awesome. I don't think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that there are some Choices fans that kind of miss the feeling of the older books compared to what we have now. And I would have also loved to get like a continuation of Hero, even if it wasn't in the original art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Alright, so this guy had all these questions for Chosen Foster, but that's about it. So, do you guys
Yep.
have any questions? I mean, Imposter.
Nothing particular. No.
What about you, Ash? You should have something.
Well, I did have some ideas, but maybe I can think of I could do one or two, but I was thinking maybe you could choose the book and then I'll give
Oh
you a
no.
guess. Or not a book, but like I could give you like a description based on the book that you choose. Or
Oh,
we could do
but
that like another time.
yeah, but if I give you the book, won't it be like too obvious that to guess the character?
Oh, never mind. Wait, I don't even know what I'm saying. You're right. Um, I remember last time we said we were gonna choose books that were gonna be excluded. What I was thinking of was more along the lines of if you pick a book and then I could give a description of a character. But you're right, that would probably make it a lot easier than
Yeah, yeah,
originally.
yeah. Like if I started with like Hero and then started saying this, then it would have been super easy to guess. Like, oh yeah, it's Kenji.
Yeah, especially with certain books when they have very close team. Those would have probably been very easy to guess.
Yeah. Uh,
Mm.
Yeah, but I have played almost all the books except maybe one of the populars, Bloodbound, and some other old books. But I pretty much played all the books released. Hot Couture I haven't played, but I've read pretty much all the newly released books from 2020 to 2021, and all the older gender customizable books, and some other gender locked books like Save the Dead and others. I have read it, so I'm pretty much caught up on everything. Yeah, Freshman I haven't read much, but I know all the characters.
Top.
That sounds
Yeah.
about me too, except I did
Yeah.
not finish or the freshman. I know you have a favorite love interest that's from that series. So I actually started reading the freshman recently, and I noticed that Emma she's like a very soft character at the beginning. I'm curious to see how she changes later on.
Yeah, high school story. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be really good. Good luck with that book.
Oh wait, that's not from the freshman. You mean from High School
High
Story?
school,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
I
high school.
understand now.
Yeah, they're pretty close, because yeah, freshman, like there are also those terms in high school. So yeah,
Yeah, I got those confused because they kind of, for me, they seemed like they're similar types of books.
yeah. I hope you enjoy that book.
Thank
I'm
you.
current.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm starting both High School Story and the freshman recently, just because I know those are very popular books, but I've never really gotten into them yet.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be doing that like really soon, hopefully.
Hope you like it. Do tell me your experience when you finish it. And I'm also reading this high school story for the fourth or fifth time now in 2 years.
Oh, okay. That sounds like you really, really like that book, actually.
Yeah,
That's
that's my
good.
first high school that I've never had.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, so bring it upon us.
What?
So what happened was I had an idea or a list of characters that I was gonna have for Imposter, but I ended up not finishing it, or I think it's like lost on my computer as notes. So
Oh, right.
yeah, but I do like how the YouTube viewer Eric gave us some really good Imposter descriptions. Those were very enjoyable.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I had hard time guessing some of them, and they were really good and from very good books and choices. And I also like they're from the books that almost everyone has played. That was also good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I would have loved to see something about the Crown of the Flame, but you know what would have been cool if I actually had a description ready for a character from that book. But I did like those were those were really fun actually, just because I haven't thought about Hero in a while, and even Perfect Match actually.
Yeah, here and perfect match. Yeah, yeah, I think Hayden and Kenji, they were from there. Yeah, absolutely. So you don't have like any character prepared, right?
So what happened was I think last week I actually I had a bunch of like ideas and notes, but then they all kind of just escaped my memory.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that
I
happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, it must have been also because of like the time also, and maybe me not being as
Yeah.
well. You know how like on the weekdays compared to the weekends, usually I'm a lot more alert on the weekdays in the morning time.
I know. Weekdays, yeah.
Mm.
Yep, that happens. That happens. Well, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much about the books we need to. Next time, you
Yeah.
can prepare some, and Mac, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Then we could both bring a list, or all of us can bring a list of
Yeah.
imposter
Yeah.
questions. I would love that. That would be a fun time.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was thinking Brandon would be able to join today, but he had to go out with his family, and like he's kind of busy until Christmas, so probably won't be joining for some time. But yeah, like when he's free, then with four of them, that would be good guessing game. Then.
yeah.
That does sound good. So would you also be having Brandon bring a list also, or like some imposter descriptions as well?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to bring a list, or if he just wants to shoot at the spot, like yeah, like the day we played Mac, Brandon and I mean, we both like did on the spot, kind of that, but that we were like
Yeah.
shaky because we were not exposed to the idea that much. But yeah, I mean, that would be good. Like if we bring our lists, and like I had the list by this guy Eric, then like that would be good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It would help a lot with like because even with me personally, if I was starting for the first time, I would also be a little confused at first with the game and how it works.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, but it was good. Okay, so um okay, so left. I'm sorry we started late today, but we still have like 10 to 15 minutes before I need to like end this, or to stop for today. But we can talk about Queen Bee for the time being, and
Wow.
it's not a game, but we can just talk about we are so close. What happened in the last chapter, which is probably the best chapter of this month, if I take don't take into account the last chapter of the unexpected errors, we can
No,
sort of give some arguments in favor or against, like who we think X and how it's going to all
no, come on
unfold.
now.
Will that be good?
Wow.
Yeah, I that chapter still surprised me even like till today. Actually, I really do like that hacker character though. I think
Yeah.
she's very cool. But,
What is her
I
name?
don't know what
I
it
think.
is, or I don't know how to say it, but I think her name is similar to how Xantha is from um,
Zang.
A Courtesan of Rome. Like that name was, it kind of reminded me of that
All
name, just
green.
a longer version.
Yeah,
All
I think it's,
green.
yep. I think her
I'm,
name. Huh, what?
you go ahead. You're fine.
No, I think her name was like someone called her Zan or something. I don't know. Like yeah, like this is the hacker girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she has a very unique name. I haven't seen that name before, but I have a feeling it's like a Greek name, maybe.
It
Yeah,
is. It is.
Xanthi or something. I don't know how to pronounce that.
So saline. So Zan. So's that sword. What was in the wall? What that person did in the on the wall. Choices have gone good with the names. Like they've dig deep and they've not like just give it stupid names. They've gave names meanings, which I actually quite like, to be honest. Fireworks. What do you? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too with some of the books, and the names have a lot of significance to the story, and I could tell that they were well thought out.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just wondering if maybe if Celine is still involved somehow because we were given a hint that X is supposed to be Persephone, or I don't, and I might even be saying that name wrong, but I know
I,
that
look. Yeah.
it's supposed to be that character. So I'm still wondering where Celine. And
Like I'm thinking that as well because as much as I think it is, I that chapter just shocked me so much. Probably, I think we talked about this, didn't we, Nearban? That chapter was the best chapter we've had in this book, hands down.
definitely.
Because we didn't get the professor shoved down our throat, but you know, it's
It was
I
like
just
full
really
of
enjoyed that
action,
chapter.
full of
I just
drama.
Yep.
Uh, it was full of drama. For yeah, I kind of lost the train of thoughts, but what I was gonna say.
X.
Um, Yeah, X, but yeah, like I was thinking, yeah. Thank you. I got it right. Yeah, like Astra was saying, like we're given a clue in the last chapter that Zan girl says, the hacker girl says that it's Persephone Dalton who is X, but I mean, I don't trust choices, okay? Like specifically with mystery, because I was told that Vincent was the murderer. Oh, well, it was Nicolay. I mean, I don't trust. I mean, it's not Percival Dalton. I can tell you that because we all thought, yeah, Vincent, but then we see, oh no, it's Rebecca, and then we thought it was Nicolay, Percy, but it was Duffy. So I am 100% sure, like it's not Percival Dalton. I mean, it could be, but there's a chance maybe it's just like Vincent. Like they have something to do with this, but maybe there's also another head, or it could be anything.
yeah, I love how you said that because that is a very, very good point.
Okay.
We were in these other books, we were kind of led to believe that it was another character that was responsible for the murder, but it ended up being another character instead that was connected to them. I so
Okay.
now
Yeah.
I that gives me a new perspective. I do think not Persephone
Okay.
either. Actually, I bet it's someone else.
Yeah. The dean.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think it's the dean?
Yeah. I mean, I know I've said this probably every week, and I don't care. It really, it's People say yes, but it can't be her because she speaks. She's like, I don't know how old. She's probably about 70. But it looks of her, but but like she could easily get somebody else to do it for her because whoever it is don't know how to use computers. Whoever X is really doesn't know, is not very tech savvy. Because actually, that's what X actually said themselves. Because they actually told me about that.
Oh.
Yeah, X says, "Yosh, you know how to use these computers, don't you?" And I thought, well, yeah, it's not somebody who's tech savvy. Well, I'm not saying all old people don't know how to use our computers, but but it's just too circumstantial with the stuff that happened at the start of the book. I know I keep saying this every week, and I don't care. I had to read it twice because I thought they were taking the mess. I don't think it is X. Sorry, no, I'm not thinking straight. Sorry, I don't.
Oh
think
no, you're fine. You're fine. I actually understand that. I think that makes sense because you just brought up like a clue that X doesn't know how to use technology as well, and now I kind of have a new perspective on who it could be also.
Yep. Because X did say something along the lines of that. Because she did say, and I'm saying she, we don't know, but they did say something along the lines of, somebody will probably correct me if I'm wrong. You know how to use all these computers, don't you? So it's somebody who knows who that Zan is. You've got to know him because it's like they don't. Well, whoever it is, let's just say they don't know how to use computers that well, and it's like.
It could potentially still be now. Well, that key detail makes me think that it could be the dean, especially if the dean isn't really like caught up on technology in the story, or if that ends up happening. It could be Chloe because she personally. I remember there was a chapter where she seemed to have issues with like knowing how to use technology. So I'm thinking she could be part of it, but probably not. I bet Celine would probably be a better option than guessing Chloe, actually. But it kind of reminds me of two characters when you say that. The technology clue.
Yeah, because I did actually show you. Did I show you the screenshot at Nearman? I think I did, didn't I? I did. I swear I did. I showed you the screenshot, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Was that? I'm curious. Was that said during the meeting scene where
the phone
talking from the phone?
No, I think it was in the flashback scene with Zenpath, or whatever her name is. I'll call her Zan. That's where it was set, and yeah, I just noticed that straight away. I mean, just little details like that just add up, and it's like it might be nothing, but like
you never know.
That detail's actually stuck with me since I read the chapter, and it's like that's got something to do with. Obviously, it is, but like that just stuck with me. But that I do agree with you. Either the dean or Sadie. I don't think it's Josephine. It was actually.
That makes sense that it would stand out to you. For some reason, I kind of, although I played the full chapter, I didn't remember that clue, but I remembered other ones. So, but that one, if someone heard that and it stood out to them, they would also think it's the dean too. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What is this other clue you speak of? Like Astra, you said like you saw another clue.
I can't think of exactly what it is because when I played that chapter, I feel like I played it pretty quickly. Yeah. So I remember vaguely what happened in the chapter. I know there was like a big meeting scene, and then at the end.
Sorry for putting it up. I think I know what you're on about. Are you on about where X is on the that phone and it's on like a throne?
Yeah, that scene. I'm thinking about that chapter right now. Yeah. I played it pretty quickly, but usually what I do is I like to go back to the videos that I recorded and then look at the chapter again. That's usually what I like to do.
Yeah, I think I know what you're on about. because I saw somebody say this on Reddit. It's probably not what you were saying, but I'll try and say it as quick as I can. When X hit out, it kind of sounded like Poppy, like the way she. I saw that, yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
you mean like the attitude of the person that was on the phone?
yeah.
That
Sorry,
to
that's it.
me
Yeah,
was, yeah, that's what I thought of along the lines of the clue that I was going to say. It wasn't something that was directly mentioned or anything. But I noticed that the character who was speaking from the phone, I mean, probably also X, seemed to be a little rude or a little slightly immature. So I don't know if that means that it could be Poppy or another similar character. That makes me also. I was also very curious to see who it could be because they're not very charismatic, like
no,
the main character,
no.
like at all. Like I actually thought they were going to be a charismatic character, like the whole time. But then when they actually speak from the phone,
Oh, you
they
stink.
don't make themselves look good, and that was a little bit surprising to me. So I'm just wondering now who it could be.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think like a lot of people are saying it's the dean, then and a lot of people are saying it's Celine who is first one Dalton, like we talked about the whole plastic surgery and all those things last week. Now there is a I think there is something that we're not seeing. Like there's more to this than what
Yep,
meets the eye because
yep,
the dean
yeah.
the last chapter the dean was if the dean started all this this whole nerd revolution, the dean was like, hey, get me out of this trouble, help solve this problem, and we will talk about your expulsion and it will be lifted. You'll not
Oh,
be She said that. And then if you talk about Celine helped us find out Lexi. She said us that I think it's Lexi who got Ina fired. So now it could be a cover up for both of them, but it's like, there's like, it's hard to think who is. And if we talk about Chloe, Chloe fits the criteria of all those shady characters like Duffy or Rebecca, like who appear to be dumb but are highness and strike when like the moon is high. So I think it could be Zoe, could be Veronica, Liam. We had doubt on him, and who else? I don't know. Like I think it would be super dramatic if it was somehow Zoe or someone, but that's like totally out of the question. I know, but yeah, I think we'll have to see two more chapters. I mean, it's really hard
Can
to.
I just interrupt you there for a minute?
What?
Seriously, this is a good point. Remember what we were talking about the other day? What the next chapter description says?
Yeah, bylaw.
Bylaws. I had a look online, didn't we? And it actually means taking a society or rules taken down by a organization or a society. So, to me, that either sounds like the school, which would tie to the dean, or a peria or whatever it's called, with what could tie to Zoe's. And I was like, oh,
Felicity.
bye
Yeah.
bylaws. Hmm. So, well, that was interesting.
If it ended up being Zoe, that would be a very, very
I
big
don't think
betrayal
people are returning.
of her choices.
And that would be like we would all be stumped. I mean, that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen. But if it happened,
no.
it would be full of. Would have been the best book ever because no one would have guessed it coming.
I know, like if it ends up being Zoe, I would be, I would still be satisfied with the book, but I would be very disappointed with the character. But I think that would be a really, really cool thing if they ended up making it a character that we were really close to and we didn't even really see the clues throughout the book, and that it ended up being them anyway.
Yeah. So I'm with bated breath. I'm waiting for the next two chapters. I think next 2 weeks will reveal a lot about this book, and if it has to end on 16 chapters, then we'll see what happens next.
Book three.
My guess is that it's going to be 16 chapters. Usually, it looks like most of the books have been that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, I'm very, very excited for this because Queen Bee book one I thought was a very wonderful story, but then book two they really did up the drama by a lot more. So,
Yeah.
and the mystery part too, because what Max said earlier about the writing on the wall, that part also surprised me. So the tone of the second book is very different than the first one. But I'm definitely awaiting any more clues that we can get about X.
Yeah. Next chapters will reveal a lot. Yeah. So, what are you guys? What are your final, thought about it? Like the whole Queen Bee and X situation. Like, what's the bottom line you want to give?
I think that this is a character that is very fed up with a lot of people in their lives. They might be slightly miserable, maybe. It could be. It sounds like it's obviously a character that's been hiding a lot of resentment. So it just making me think of maybe a few lists of characters like. And then you brought up a very good point about how Duffy, from the other book, was pretending to be not very good at his job, but he ended up being like a mastermind of evil plan. So that makes me think of Chloe too, because there was one moment in book one. It was the ceremony where talent for the top five, and Chloe got a question from the audience, and she actually ended up answering correctly. It was about what longitude and latitude mean. So that was a bit surprising to me that she actually answered that right. So maybe that could have been a clue that she's involved in, but who knows?
Mm,
That's an interesting theory.
mm.
What do you, Mac?
Do you want me to be blunt, or do you want me to look? I said this to you the other day. I reckon we will get a book 3. I just got a gut feeling.
Let's see. Hope so.
I,
Fingers crossed.
I don't know. I actually don't know. It stumped me to who it could, because obviously I said to you, it shocked me that it said it was Persephone, and I thought, why would she just say that? Like, I don't think it is. But bottom line, final thoughts. I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to the next couple of chapters, just to see what happens.
I know that feeling, and a lot of people are having the same feeling, like you said. I don't know, and looking forward to it. I mean, that's all. I mean, it's really good. The mystery they have there. It's kind of it's not a murder mystery, but still a whole mystery. Like it's shrouded with mystery. Who X is and what is. I think it's we have gotten all the minions, and now the ringleader. We got to get to the main cult leader. So it's gonna be interesting to find X, and this is going to be an epic showdown in the last 3 chapters. With Poppy in the last book, it was an epic showdown in the last final party and everything, and this is
Oh
going to be a huge one. So I have the same feeling. Like I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm excited to read the next 3 chapters. And
yes,
for me, I think it's gonna be a book 2 as a last book, but I would be happy to see a book 3.
yeah. Are you also going to mention about what you said about Poppy?
Oh yeah, Poppy. Like I said, I think I mentioned it in the last recording when we record. Like I think even we get X down, and then Poppy will like if we are gonna get a book 3, like you were saying, then Poppy will have to step up the game. I mean, like what Martin did in Laws of Attraction, like Poppy will come up because Poppy is still in the ranking, even though she's doing nothing. She's not in action. She's MIA, but she's still in the ranking. Why she's still in the ranking? Probably she's gonna
Oh,
do something Martin did. She's gonna pull off something like that. It's going to end up on a cliffhanger. We're going to be devastated, and
do
then
you know
it's going
something funny?
yeah.
Right, sorry for somebody else mentioned this. I don't know if you used to realise this. Did you notice when we found out who did that on the wall? Yes, Poppy got a sudden surge in votes. A
Ooh,
vote.
I did. Wow, I did not notice that. But Poppy is also kind of suspicious to me because she
Yeah,
somehow has votes, but we don't know why she's getting those votes.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
When did you notice that? Was it like at the very end of the chapter, like
Yes.
at the middle? Because
Do
I
you
was
know?
curious.
I didn't know. I noticed it, but I didn't take any notice to it. If you know what I mean, like it was in my subconscious mind. So when I read somebody else noticed it, I thought, "Hang on a minute! I've just realised. I realised that." And I realised I went back and replayed it again, and I thought I've noticed that Poppy actually got a sudden surge in votes. I don't mean like tens of thousands, but like you got about 1,000 or something or whatever it was, whatever the next tier was, and she actually got a sudden surge in votes. And I mean, like, who the hell is voting for her? For what reason? She's been missing in action for what is it? 2 chapters?
More than that.
Yeah, it's a little surprising to me. So if Poppy ends up having a different role than we expect, then it would make sense that there would be a book three. Um, However, it looks like if we do end up wrapping the mystery with X and everything is solved, then I think that at that point there probably wouldn't be a book three. So it really does depend on what we get at the very end. But I don't know if Pixelberry would have confirmed a third book like before the series concluded or anything, because I know the Nanny Affair book two was this year. I actually didn't finish that. However, at some point a book three was announced. I don't know if that was while it was being released or if it was after, but I would have guessed after.
Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens in the next chapter. Can't wait for Wednesday or Thursday. I usually read it on Thursday. So yeah, fingers crossed for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited for that chapter. At first, I didn't really know if I would like Queen Bee last year, but it ended up it's still one of my favorite books ever. Actually, the second book it reminds me a lot of Pretty Little Liars, so it's very different than the first one. But I like the action and drama that's in the second book a lot.
Secret Keeper. I like that song. Well, yeah, I mean, this last chapter definitely, it amped it up. Just I'm even more curious about the last two chapters. It's gonna be a blast. I know.
Yeah, I feel the same way actually.
Okay, so I think that's all for today. I mean, we did start a bit late. Like I could have had extra 40 minutes, or 1 hour, but because of my device battery, we didn't get that. I'm sorry, but I
Oh,
think that's all I have under my list, and I gotta end it now. But do you guys have anything to add? Then add it. I mean, that's all.
no.
No, I just wanted to say that today was very fun and that both of you gave very, very good insight on Queen Bee. So it's got me thinking, and I'm gonna be probably watching chapters again later today. So I really do appreciate that part. That was very exciting to me to hear what other people think about Queen Bee too.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was definitely fun. Okay. All right. So before I run out of time, I mean, again, thank you for joining. It was fun discussing and playing the Imposter Justice Guess the Choices character game, and discussing Queen Bee. I mean, I can't wait to read the next chapter and to talk theories about that chapter with you guys all. But meanwhile, you stay safe. Take care. I wish you good health and a good week. Usually, I think I was thinking like it was Sunday tomorrow because we usually record on Saturday, but it's Monday, so it's a new week. Have a nice week, and I guess we can all gather around next weekend if we can because it's Christmas time. But we will have a lot to talk about. Stay safe. Take care. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah. You too. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.